Hello everybody and welcome to another Magical Moon video. It is our wedding anniversary today of 2011. How many?
A few years. I don't get any, I'm not in gold or silver or whatever they call it, but we've done well.
Well, we've done very, very well, and we're going to do well again because we're going to make you proud, because we have been told about another lovely legend who needs a little bit of help.
She does. She needs our help. She's on the front line in a place where no one wants to see any animal, and we're going to go and we're going to rescue her and bring her home to the Magical Moon household.
So I've managed to secure her. Her name is Nanny. She's 23 years old and she's a Celle-Français jumping horse that once upon a time had a career in competition.
She did indeed, but she's found herself, as we've said before, horses that drop off the radar or find themselves at a loose end, and she's found herself in that position, and that's exactly what we're going to put those systems in place to protect. But in the meantime, we need to go and protect her.
We do indeed. So we are off to do something that we didn't think we'd be doing, and that is hire a horse box. Why is that, Mr. Moon?
That is because we've been told that she doesn't like loading on a trailer. So on the normal horse trailer, she's a bit nervous about going on, and we don't want to upset her. So we're going to hire a little horse box to go and get her so that she's as comfortable as possible. And yes, bring her back here and start her new life.
She will indeed. So follow the story, watch this space. This is going to be over the next few days. We're picking her up on Wednesday and it is now Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
So we've got lots of paperwork to do and lots of admin to do before we can go and collect her. But yep, Wednesday will be the day and we will keep you all posted. But meanwhile, we're going to show you around the farm, have a little chat with some of the legends, and then we've got to go horse food shopping.
And we've got to go to the place where we're hiring the lorry and do the formalities. So yeah, lots to be looking forward to.
So let's go. So as promised, here we are down in the barn, and one of the favourites, well, they're all favourites really, but we don't tell them that, is Grace. Grace came to us a few months ago, and you probably would have followed her story and seen the rescue of her and her best friend Charlotte. So Grace has come on leaps and bounds. She's absolutely wonderful. She's put on so much weight, and she's the most loving and caring horse you could ever wish to meet. But she has got an extremely crafty side to her. You can't leave rugs anywhere near her because she pulls them into the middle of her stable and pees on them. She spills her food and rubs it all over the walls on purpose, as we've discovered. She likes to put her foot in her water bucket and pull it over and destroy every clean bed she has. So she really is a character, and she really is a legend in her own right. So we're going to take you now and we're going to go and see her little friend, Charlotte. So here we are, 29-year-old Charlotte is Grace's best friend in all of the world. She's absolutely lovely. She's the smallest horse we have here at the Moons Ranch. She, what can I say about dear Charlotte? She's filthy, absolutely filthy. She's desperate for another bath. Whenever you put her out, whenever you bring her in, wherever you leave her, she rolls. She loves rolling. It's her favourite thing. So yeah, she's a really, really sweet little horse. She's made friends with Cantho. She doesn't like Ginger at all. Her and Ginger just argue all the time, but it's good to keep them thinking and stimulated. So she's a really, really sweet girl. We can't take Grace away from her. It doesn't happen. So they stay together. They go out at the moment at night. They go in the field, and every morning they're waiting to come back in and have their breakfast, aren't you? So yeah, they're really, really sweet. They're really, really lovely. And, you know, they were in that horrible place and they were destined for a horrible end. But thankfully they crossed our paths, and now we can all celebrate their lives and living with the Magical Moons. So we're going to go over and see the one and only, very shiny Magic. So here I am with the very strange Magic. So Magic is an Alcateki. He's 29 years old, and when he goes out in the sun, he's got this amazingly golden coat. It's sort of almost pearlescent. And as you can see, he's actually missing an eye. When he arrived, he had in pretty poor health, bless him. He's had lots and lots of issues. He was actually retired to us, but he did have many, many issues, and it's taken us years to get him right. But one of the issues was his eye, and we weren't really sure what the situation was. He just didn't seem right with it. The vet looked at it. We couldn't quite work it out, but he kept rubbing his eye. And unfortunately, he did rub it and he poked it. We don't know whether it was on a piece of hay. We don't know how he did it, but the eye had to come out. But since the eye was removed, Magic blossomed. He became really well. So there was obviously an underlying issue in there that was causing problems. So it was a really, really good thing. Magic does have other issues though. He has water retention. He has to have special tablets to keep things moving. And recently he had the vet because he got a big swelling under his tummy, which has now thankfully gone down. He has to wear boots and bandages all of the time to keep his legs compressed, because if he has them off, the legs swell and it's very, very difficult to get them down, especially at this age. Because he's an old boy, he's not really ridden that often. He is ridden now and again, but to keep the legs down, you really want them exercising. Magic doesn't like the field. Magic quite likes his stable. He's forced to go out for half an hour a day, and sometimes he suffers with severe flatulence as well. So yeah, he's just one of those very, very quirky, very, very special horses that lives here on the Moon Farm. So we're going to go now because we have to go and get this horse food, and then we've got to go and hire this very special horse box so we can find out all of Nanny's naughty quirks when she arrives. So looking forward to saving her. A little bit tearful and emotional, but we're going to do it. So let's farm on.
So just before we go, I thought it would be rude not to introduce one of my very, very good friends. It is the lovely Cano Zed. He is probably the most cheekiest horse I've ever met. He was hand-reared as a baby. He's extra special. He was phenomenally good at show jumping, but he's just an all-round, very, very clever horse. He's always up to mischief, and you might have seen me riding him bareback in a previous video. We do a lot of just having fun really, and he enjoys that bit of freedom. And I take him down the river, which we'll show you in the future. We're going to take him down and I ride him down there bareback, and he loves it. He's very, very, as we say, he's very cheeky, but a lovely horse, and one of those ones to follow. If you really like big characters, he's the one for you. Ooh. So the first stage is get the lorry, and what we're going to do is book it today, so when we go to pick her up it's all ready for us. We're going to go for half a day, which is going to be the afternoon, which is when our window is to get her from where she's at. So let's go and get this lorry. Good job, we've secured the lorry, and all we need to do now is turn up at the time and we can go and get it. So we're at the local feed shop. This is where we come to get all the supplies for the legends. They have everything here, and if they don't, they're very kind and they can get it for us. So it's really, really good. It has everything we need. We're going to start off with the senior mix, which is a comprehensive feed for all of them. Let's do it.